Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier takes place this weekend in the main event of UFC 302. Makhachev versus Poirier, and I cannot wait. No, let me go back. I actually can wait for this. I don't want to see this. Of course I'm excited, but am I though? I'm kind of more hyped for Strickland versus Costa, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. No disrespect to these two. This is the main event for a reason. Strickland and Costa is not the main event. But we all know what's going to happen here. Dustin Poirier is going to absolutely destroy Makhachev. No, I'm joking. Let's just cut it out. Makhachev's going to destroy him. It's really hard to break this fight down. I need a pack of gum right now. It's really hard to break this fight down. Because Islam Makhachev is just in his prime right now. He's too good. No one's going to stop him, man. And is it going to be Dustin Poirier who does it? I don't see him winning this one. So this is not going to be much of a prediction video, really. It's just going to be me saying Makhachev's going to win. Maybe I could try saying how Poirier can win. How he can win this fight with the new style of Islam Makhachev, the improved stand-up of Islam Makhachev. I'm going to go Makhachev, though. I'm going to explain why he wins first. And I explain how Poirier can win. More so the end of this video today. And, yeah, I think Makhachev's too good, man. I think this is one of the easiest matchups for him in the whole division. Listen, if we did Makhachev-Gaethje, let's say when it was kind of supposed to happen, but Makhachev turned it down because of Ramadan, when that started, that's a good matchup. That's a risky matchup for Makhachev because he could get KO'd, out cold. You know, we look at these matchups, and Gaethje has good initial takedown defense. Just when Makhachev does get him down, he would get the job done, in my opinion, because Gaethje does not have jiu-jitsu. Poirier, I'd say, has better jiu-jitsu than Justin Gaethje. It's not elite, though. It's not great. You know, Poirier, he can't stuff takedowns. And we look at Makhachev against other guys, like Charles Oliveira in a rematch. You know, we look at that, Charles has the KO power, maybe. He fears takedowns, though. I should have picked Sarukian to beat him by. I wasn't biased towards Oliveira, which would be I gotta pick Oliveira, it's 300. I genuinely thought, maybe Arman can just get him. Arman's hungry, Charles also hungry for the title back, but Arman never had that title. I don't know if he's gonna get it over Makhachev. We will have to see how Makhachev looks this weekend. But Makhachev, you look at these other guys. Gamrot. At least Gamrot has decent takedown defense. Poirier, I just don't think has the KO power to knock Makhachev out cold. Maybe he has enough power to drop him. I just don't think he has the power to put Makhachev out cold. I'm not going to count the Benoit St. Denis one as a KO, legitimate KO. Benoit was already rocked beforehand. And if we're going to look at that fight with Dustin Poirier and Benoit St. Denis, first off, Benoit St. Denis came in that fight. Listen, it was also a fun build-up. Not fun build-up. They were nice to each other. Pretty boring build-up. But it was just a build-up. You know, just a build-up of fights. You know. No, what am I saying? It was just a build-up. Benoit had a good chance to beat Poirier. I think most people picked him. I picked him to beat Dustin Poirier. Poirier beat him. Good job from Poirier. Can't take anything away from him. He did what he needed to do. Benoit didn't show up 100%. Had staph infection. I know we were saying that during fight week during that time, but it's true. Benoit had staph infection. Wasn't 100%. If it was any other fight, he would have pulled out, he said, as well. But he couldn't pull out. It was a one-time opportunity against Dustin Poirier. They're not going to rebook it for him to pull out of a co-main event of a pay-per-view. Went out there against Dustin Poirier. Dominated the first round, taking down Poirier. Fair play, Poirier went for a few guillotines. But he was simply getting outclassed on the ground by Benoit St. Denis. Number 13 ranked lightweight contender. Benoit is good, though. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't think anyone else... I mean, if you have really good wrestling, you can just beat Poirier, man. But Benoit had no striking defense. Just wanted to get his takedown off. Poirier cracked him, hurt him, went for another guillotine, and put him away for left hook. Right hook, sorry. Put him away for right hook as Benoit just went into it. Bink. Down goes Benoit, sent the knee. Makhachev's not going to have any staph infection coming into this fight. Maybe he does. We don't know. I'm going to guess he doesn't. And it's the champion of the world who just slept Volkanovski out cold. You know? A good Volk as well. I know it was a short notice Volk, but it wasn't like a, oh my god, a concussed Volk. Ilya beat the worst Volk. Ilya Tapiria beat the bad Volk. You know? The bad version of Volkanovski. I know it was a short notice Volk that stepped up, but you can't take it away from Islam. Volk stepped up, he knew what he was getting into, and he lost. We gotta just, I know Volk fans won't accept it, but you got to accept it. Islam KO'd him. Volk stepped up, could have just, you know, I'm not gonna risk it, but he risked it because he thought he'd never get a Makhachev fight again. And he should have just fought Ilya. Probably would have beaten Ilya as well. And we wouldn't have been in this world, and Volk would have been still champ. Trying to move up again, probably. You know? Could have been in that world. Makhachev's simply too good. He beat Charles Oliveira as well easily. Let's be honest, that was an easy performance from Makhachev. Volk's first fight against Volk, I get it. Poirier can land shots. Volk cracked him here and there. I'd say Volk has more knockout power than Poirier, putting someone out cold. I'd say. I think Poirier has the accumulation of shots to hurt you, maybe drop you, but he doesn't have that one punch boom. I know he put away McGregor, accumulation of shots. Same thing with Gaethje. Landed big shots on Chandler, and everyone says Chandler's chinny. Couldn't put away Chandler with the shots he was landing. Poirier isn't going to win. I don't think he wins this fight. How can he win? He's going to have to land one good blow that shuts Islam's lights out. And just maybe makes Islam brawl, but he's not going to. He isn't stupid like Benoit and he was that night. He isn't going to, and he isn't stupid like Michael Chandler was that night. Every night. Every fucking fight it is. I'm picking McGregor to fucking sleep him. I'm sorry. Chandler's not beating McGregor, by the way. You're a fucking... Like, I get McGregor's not going to be fully 100%. But there's no way McGregor loses to Michael fucking Chandler. On his legacy. There's no way. Poirier, fair play. Khabib, fair play. But Chandler beating him? Just shut the fuck up. McGregor's going to win. I'm not 100% though. Chandler could win. But still. This is a Poirier Makhachev prediction video. Poirier's good. He's good enough to be in the top 5. But I just don't see him beating Makhachev. I don't see him doing it. He's going to have to make Makhachev come into a brawl or just catch Makhachev with something insane. Poirier can land that jab, straight right hand on the pipe. He did it on Conor McGregor. McGregor was like backing up, trying to kick with him in the trilogy fight that was. Yeah. His squares. Remember, this guy had a hip injury. He had a hip injury. Pulled out against Nate Diaz. He pulled out against Nate Diaz. This guy has square hips. He can't throw a kick correctly. Against Justin Gaethje the first time. Not the first time. The second time against Gaethje. Because that was before the Nate Diaz surgery, hip surgery and that. The second fight with Gaethje, I was thinking, oh shit, Poirier might get a head kick. He can't land a head kick. His hips can't turn. You know? It just turns into like a front kick / knee to the face or the body. This guy can't land a head kick. Never will land a head kick KO in his life. Maybe this will age badly. I gotta go Makhachev. Plus, if that happens and he tries doing that, Volk's stockier and smaller. It's really difficult to take down Volk that way. Makhachev's still got him down. short, stocky legs Volk. Makhachev still got him down. Should have lost the first fight, in my opinion. I'll be honest with you there. I think Volk on damage won the fight. So, if you think Pantoja beat Erceg, and then you think Makhachev beat Volk, and if you think Erceg won, which I do believe he did, on damage, then Volk should have beat Makhachev. I just don't see Poirier winning this one. And there's more pressure. I think there's more pressure on Makhachev in general. You know? I think there is more pressure on Makhachev losing. But this is it for Poirier, man. This is it. Last title shot. If he loses this one, he'll never ever win a title in his life again. Maybe he gets it done. I really do hope he does, because that would be hilarious. And it'd just be a good, wholesome moment for Dustin Poirier. But it's just so much, there's a lot on him here, man. A lot on the line here for him. His daughter's going to be there as well, I heard as well. Fuck. First time as well. I don't like this for Dustin Poirier, man. I do hope he wins. I like Dustin Poirier. He was once in my top 5 favorite fighters list. Like, I don't think he is anymore, because I think other guys have overtook him in that spot. Like, I don't even think Gaethje's there. I think it's, this is not in order, but like Oliveira, Strickland, Pereira, Yuri Prohaska, and Holloway or Aspinall at number 5. No, what is it? Number 1 is Strickland. Number 2 is Yuri. Number 3 is Oliveira. Number 4 is Pereira. Number 5 is Aspinall or Holloway. I don't fucking know. We'll see how they do in their next fight. If Aspinall loses to Blades, then Holloway's going to get that spot. But they're all fun fighters. I love them all. Poirier, I hope, wins. He's not going to. He's going to lose, unfortunately. Makhachev's going to get him down in the first round, submit him. Like, I think Poirier, like, they'll be scrapping the feet a bit. Poirier lands some shots, says, come here, Makhachev. Makes motion, like, come here, trade in the middle. And Makhachev just shoots for a single leg or double leg. He can get any one of them. Poirier doesn't stuff takedowns. And if he tries, his defense is a guillotine. I think Makhachev, he's going to get an arming guillotine. Get Poirier up against the fence. Poirier gets back up. Takes him down again by the fence. Poirier rests the right arm above Makhachev. And Makhachev has like a body hook wrapped around. And I think he'll submit Dustin Poirier. Similar to how Jones submitted Gon. Just against the cage. And he'll guillotine Dustin Poirier for the memes. And I think he'll get it done. Plus he's been training with Khabib. Khabib's going to be in the corner. Poirier's fucked. If he gets it done here... Listen, I like Sean Strickland, Israel Adesanya. That was awesome. But, like, in hindsight, we should have kind of expected it. I just don't see how Poirier's going to win this. I know Conor McGregor made an analysis. Makhachev rushes in. He's on the back foot now. He doesn't rush forward like that. Poirier maybe can time him, put him away, but he doesn't have that KO power. That's a Gaethje type thing to do. You know? That's like a Tapiria type thing to do, not Poirier, man. I don't like this for him. Winner of this one. Plus, he's just getting older and older now. Plus, he's already talking about retirement, win or lose. Makhachev, it's like, give me a double title fight. Give me Arman Tsarukyan. Speaking of that, what's the winner for this one? If it's Poirier, he retires and we do Arman versus Gamrot for the vacant title. I know it's shit, but who else should we give it to that earned it? Realistically, they can't give Makhachev another title fight off a KO loss to Poirier, who's now retired. Or just a loss to Poirier in general. So you'd have to do Arman versus Gamrot 2 for the vacant title. And if Poirier wins, sticks around, Poirier versus Arman Tsarukyan, Arman's getting the winner of this, regardless. He's fighting for the belt next, regardless. He beat Charles Oliveira. And if Makhachev wins, he fights Tsarukyan. I'm going to make a prediction here. Yuri, be a samurai. Don't make me turn into Rakic. Maybe I'll get knocked out now. You're one of my favorite fighters, Yuri. Fight Jan Blachowicz. If you get offered a title fight from the UFC, take it. Whatever. That's on the UFC. If you get offered Jan Blachowicz in Czech Republic or Poland, take it. Take it. You don't just beat Rakic and I'm back in the title mix. You're in the title mix, not in the title picture. Well, the same thing, really. But you're not going to get a title shot for being Rakic. Fight Jan Blachowicz. He has no opponent. He's looking to return soon. And if Yuri declines, I want to wait out and wait. Add an interim title on the line. You're probably like, what the fuck are you saying? Why is Yuri involved in here? I think they're going to do Pereira and Ankalaev in Abu Dhabi. Much as it's annoying, I think they're going to give Ankalaev his wish. And Pereira's going to have to say yes, or else he's stripped. And they're going to have the co-main event as Makhachev Sarukian. Because Sarukian is just... If he beaten Oliveira by knockout, let's say, put him out cold, I'd probably cry. But if he got a split decision win over him, him versus Makhachev isn't a big enough fight to headline a card like that. To where Makhachev faces Poirier, huge name. Oliveira, huge name. Volk, huge name. So we'll see. I got Makhachev winning. First round guillotine. Yeah, Poirier is staying active, though, to be fair. He is. Like, this is impressive, but it's for a title. So, obviously, it's now or never. But, yeah, credit to him. I think this is it for Dustin. Like, subscribe, thank you for watching. Please, peace.